Hello YouTube! It's Spyke Vampire, and it's the last of the elemental, well, basic elemental videos. So now we've turned to the north, to Earth. Earth is probably right now my favorite element. I am born under a fire sign, like I said. My rising sign is Virgo, which is, an earth sign. I show a lot of earth qualities, so I've been getting into earth a lot lately. So what better place to do the elemental videos was out in nature, but also because it does have strong connections to earth. I actually picked this space for a couple reasons, so I'll explain them right now. It's right by some water, a little bit of a stream going over there. So that's my water. I'm obviously sitting in the ground in the forest, so that's my earth energies. The air is that I'm, kind of at the bottom of this cliff. It's not really a cliff, it's a hill, and the air kind of goes up it and comes down it. You can feel the breeze. That's the air aspect. And the fire comes because, well, think about it. The sun's coming down through the leaves. It's all very fiery. So that's kind of where I see it. So here I am in the earth aspects. And earth is symbolic of the downward pointing triangle with a line, going horizontal across the middle in opposition to the air. It's the receptive, feminine element, symbolized by the color green. Brown is also a good thing. Sometimes if you want to wear it, some green, brown, and gold is always a good way to go. A little Wiccan fashion tip for you. So you have that, and think about the goddess. Now, this is the element that I associate most with the goddess. It is the most feminine to me. I think fire is the most masculine to me, and I think that earth is the most feminine. And so the reason I say this is because you go back to archetypical, the basis of the god and goddess, and you think of mother goddess, the womb, harvest, all of those are earth energies. You think of archetypical god, which is, hunting and, being virile, that's fire. So those are my reasons for that. So with earth, it's associated with winter, cold, kind of stable winter. So a good place to meditate for that is outside in the snow or in cold weather. I love the cold. I'm from up on mountains in Pennsylvania, and I love the cold. Oh my god. Maryland is too hot. Right now the sun is going down, there's a breeze, and I'm still sweating. I need cold. So, think about bonding with that cold energy. You have the distance of north, the direction of north is, think about Iceland and the Icelandic regions, Norse things. All of that, you think of winter and the cold and things like that. So think about those energies as you try to bond with earth. Think about the woods, nature, how this makes you feel. Going out into it and just kind of looking around, observing things. Act like a child. Crawl around, dig, go turning over rocks and logs, trying to find bugs and animals and seeing their tracks and just being here. All of that is a really good way to bond with earth. It is very practical, and we have so much of it around, and the stuff that we have, it is diminishing the natural aspects of society, so protect it. So that's my little environmental call. You should be trying to do things for your environment. Plant trees like I do, damn it. Try to protect Mother Earth because she's protected you and gave life to you. Where are you going to go if she gives up on you? So that's my little environmental message. Back to Earth. The energies of Earth are stable, protective, healing, prosperity, things like that. Those all associate with me to, being Earth. So if you're trying to incorporate any of that, financial success, if you're trying to become a little bit more stable for your friends, if you're trying to promote healing, wear an earth symbol, charge it. You can use salt, is an earthy thing. Dirt, rub it onto the symbols, carry it around. It's all a good way to contact your earth energy and to have it with you. Charge it in ritual, just like with all the other things. Visualizations for earth, like I said in my nature video, a great way to be is to visualize a tree. And not just that, think you're the tree. I start at my head, and I think of it turning to leaves. My head, my face, my qualities going out into that. I think of my hands arching up and becoming other branches with other leaves and things coming off. I'm imagining myself, pulling in the sun and creating the food for the tree, trying to support life. I visualize the rest of myself going down and becoming the trunk, the bark, toughened, stable, protective, healthy. I imagine that my feet turn into the roots and dig deep inside the Mother Earth, contacting those energies, getting used to those energies, and you know, bonding with that. And that's really what it's all about, is trying to pull those energies into yourself. And so that's how I like to bond with Earth. Like I said, Earth's probably my favorite element right now. Herbs, Earth, most of your tools come from Earth. Actually, I'm gonna go edit that. Everything you use or should be using in ritual comes from the Earth. Metal comes from the Earth. Herbs come from the Earth. Trees, flowers, all that, stones comes from the Earth. You know, everything that you should be that you're using inside of your ritual should be coming from someplace that looks like this. All of that is what you're striving for, really. So try to use those energies. You know, use what it provides. Be natural. Be a little bit more naturalistic with your things. So I think that's how I'm going to end my video on Earth. And peace out. And my next video probably going to be on Spirit, so keep yourself ready. So watch what happens, to quote Bravo. And peace. Bye.